And I've just been loving this. It's gorgeous, it's creamy, it's blendable. Hey you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video. We are doing my May Clean Beauty favorites. And I don't know how May has slipped past my dang fingers this quick, but it feels like May went crazy fast. I say that every video though, every favorites video, every Clean Beauty favorites video. I am floored, shocked, bamboozled that time has gone so quickly. I really am. And I feel like it's just a testament to like warmer weather specifically. I feel like I say that even in cold months, but like specifically in warmer weather, I feel like once hope is back and winter is over and we're no longer freezing, time just speeds up so fast. So I have a lot of things I want to go through today, so I'm not going to babble on. We're going to get right into the video. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into my May Clean Beauty favorites. All right, you guys, let's get into it. I'm excited. So first things first, we're gonna speed through this. This is gonna be like a regular favorites video where I ramble on. We're gonna be quick. These palettes here, these are the Identity palettes from Persona, Identity 1 and Identity 2. So this is the original Identity palette, and this is just a mauve. I used both of these today. This is just a mauve neutral palette of dreams. The mattes in these palettes are so good, so long lasting, super creamy. They're just really, really nice, and the shimmers are gorgeous, and they're really, really easy to work with. And I mean, I'm obsessed with these palettes. If you're looking for a cheaper alternative to the Persona Cosmetics Identity palettes, then I would definitely check out the PYT palettes, because I talk about them all the dang time and I'm obsessed with them. They're really, really good. And you can get like different palettes. So like you can have a cool tone and stuff like that. So they have like a lot of options, which is nice. And they also have some bright colors, which is, you know, I love bright colors. So then this is the Identity, what is this? The Identity 2, and I love this. This shade here, specifically Loyalty, I use all the time. It is just so, so good. I'm obsessed with these. Okay, next let's talk about nails. So I love to do my own fingernails. I just do, obsession. I'm very particular about my nail shape and like all that. So I don't feel like it's annoying to go somewhere and then be like annoyed if your nail shape isn't, I'm not annoyed, but just like you're so particular. So I like to do my own fingernails. I don't like to do my own pedicure that much. I just feel like I'm not as good at it, even though that feels very counterintuitive. I still do my own toenails, but I prefer to do my own fingernails, and I like to get pedicures every once in a while. But I love Dazzle Dry, and I've been using these two shades the most lately, the shade Boss and the shade Taupe in the morning, and I've actually been layering them together and just getting this really pretty shade that I have on my nails. I'm so grown out, but I really need to redo my nails. I actually think I'm gonna cut my nails down and just start from scratch because my nails are so freaking long. And now it's time for a trim. Okay, next, let's do complexion products next. So I've actually been grabbing this a ton. I did a whole review on this, but I've been grabbing the Jones Road Beauty What the Foundation a lot. And I know there was a lot of controversy, or not controversy, drama. A lot of people didn't like it, or like a lot of people love it. It's kind of like a very, shockingly enough, who knew foundation could be polarizing? But this has been like a very polarizing product, and I have really enjoyed it. What I will say is I feel like What the Foundation is a confusing name for it because it's definitely a skin tint. It is very much a sheer, very light coverage product. You can definitely build it up and get it to be more, but I think the best way to wear this is very, very sheer. And I have a whole video where I'm trying it on and all of that, so you can like check that out and kind of see how it wears in studio lights and all of that. But I really have been enjoying this and just kind of like putting it on as like a no makeup or like a clean girl makeup look, whatever you want to call it, and just really, really enjoying it. The one thing I will say is there is a strong scent. So if you're not a person who likes strong scent, this might not be for you. It does dissipate over time, but the scent is there, and it definitely also has a little bit of a tacky feeling to it, but no more than any other kind of dewy skin product, right? Like any other dewy complexion product. Really, really good. Okay, next I've also been loving this, which is the Jason Wu Beauty, what is this? The Tinted Moisturizer Meets CC Cream, and I wear the shade 8 in this. Oh, I should tell you what I wear in this. And in the Jones Road Beauty What the Foundation, I wear the shade Honey. Shade 8 in the Jason Wu Beauty. And this is a great product because it is very much what it describes. A tinted moisturizer meets CC cream. It's very much a corrector. It gives like a beautiful complexion. And what I have been loving this for is for days where I want to be dewy but not super, super dewy, because it doesn't get as dewy as other products that I use that are complexion products. And this just gives like a beautiful complexion. This is again a very much no makeup day. And all of these products, because it has been warmer. I mean, we had like a 97-degree day and like I've been like sweating through my makeup. Products like this are really nice because it's just really lightweight. It still feels like you're wearing something. It still feels like there's a little something there without being too much at all. And they are very much more on the sheer side, which I have been loving. I can't, like, the second it gets warm, I can't stand a lot of makeup. I can't stand a lot of stuff because I'm gonna melt. It's gonna melt off my face. I sweat a ton. I actually have a video coming soon about deodorants, but I sweat a ton and just everything kind of just melts off the face. So this has been great. Okay, so then next, if I need a little bit extra, like, I'm into the sunscreen, it's getting really, really sunny, I've been grabbing the Tower 28 tinted moisturizer, tinted sunscreen a ton, and I've been obsessed with it. It's just so good. I'm actually wearing it on my face today, and I've really, really been enjoying this and just wearing it nonstop. And for days where, again, I know I'm gonna be outside more. I always wear sunscreen, but I'm gonna be outside more. I want a little bit extra coverage because this has more coverage than the Jones Road Beauty What the Foundation and the Jason Wu Beauty tinted moisturizer meets CC cream. These have been great. I'm obsessed, and I wear the shade 45 Silver Lake and the shade 40 Runyon. And in general, I'd like to take more of 45 Silver Lake and then a little bit of Runyon, mix them together, and that gets me like a really good match for my complexion. Okay, next we're gonna move on to concealers. So weirdly enough, I've been grabbing different concealers this month. I have been grabbing the Ilia concealer, and I have the shade Chai. I also have the shade Kava, but this I've been grabbing a ton this month. I love this. This is just such a comfortable concealer, and it gives me medium coverage. It's just really, really nice. And sometimes medium coverage is all I need or all I want. I don't need to be completely snatched under my eyes all the time. It's just, you know what, for like, again, no makeup days, for days in the summer where I want something more lightweight, something that just looks a little bit more natural, I go for something like this. Now, if I want something super, super natural, I've been grabbing this a ton. The Say Beauty Concealer, I have been loving this. I have two shades in this. I have the shade 4 and the shade 3. The shade 3 is the lighter shade. What I will say is I feel like with this concealer, you need to, I did a whole review, so you can go watch that. I go in depth, I try it on and all that, but you need to make sure, first of all, you don't over apply it, because I do think over applying it can lead to more creasing, which is with most things, a little bit at a time. It doesn't set up really fast at all. But you need to also make sure when you're picking the shade to pick maybe a lighter shade than they recommend. So the shade recommended to me was the shade 4, and I felt like it wasn't brightening enough. I mean, it works great, and for days where I want something super, super natural, not super brightening under the eyes, this is great. But I felt like I could go a shade lighter, so I ended up going with the shade 3. So these are great. I really, really enjoy them. They're super hydrating under the eyes, and I've just been really enjoying that. All right, so next let's move on to lips. So I've been grabbing 3 lip products a ton this month. First things first, the LYS Beauty Lip Oil. I've been loving this stuff. It has a really nice texture. It's super hydrating. It's super glossy. It's on the thicker side, so it doesn't wear off really quickly, which is why this is kind of, in terms of lip oils, besides the Ami Collet lip oil, which I'm obsessed with, love, breathe, all of it, like can't stop, won't stop. This is like right there with it because it is really, really hydrating, but it's also clear, which I really appreciate for days where I want something that is a little bit more clear without, the Ami Collet has a little bit of color to it, something that's on the more clear side. Really, really been enjoying this. Next, let's talk lipsticks. So I've been grabbing 2 lipsticks a ton this month, and it's these 2. So this is the Merit Beauty lipstick, and this is in the shade Slip, and this is just a really beautiful nudie tone, but it's very pretty. It's very sheer. It adds a nice wash of color, and I don't necessarily have to wear this one with a lip liner, which I really, really enjoy. If you just want something you can like slap on and go, and you don't really have to think about if it's too light for you, because a lot of the time the more beigey nudes, which is what this is, a more of that beigey color, the light nudes, if you're a darker complexion, you do need to wear a lip liner because she's looking all types of crazy, looking all types of white out on your lips if you're not careful. So this has been really, really great. And then my favorite, my Love of Life lipstick, the Kosas lipstick in Vegas. And this is actually similar in vein, but it is a little bit more pigmented, less on the sheer side. And this is a really pretty beige, but it's a little bit more on the pink side. But when I apply it, I do need to wear a lip liner because it can look a little bit too, girl, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you sick? Is everything well? Do you need some sun? Like, it looks a little sickly on me if I don't wear it with a lip liner. There are occasions actually in winter where I'm not tan and it ends up being fine, but I've been loving these lipsticks. A really nice nudie kind of lip has been so nice to wear. Okay, let's move on to powder. So I have been grabbing this powder literally nonstop, can't stop, won't stop, obsessed with it, the Ami Collet powder. And I have the shade Translucent, and it's just so good. It's kind of more of a soft matte than I would say like a full matte, which is really, I don't really like matte anything, but I really don't like mattifying powders. In general, I like something that is a little less mattifying, but still will like keep my makeup in place. So I'm wearing it today very lightly. So I apply powder in general very lightly with a fluffy brush, not something that's really gonna pack it on, and just kind of lightly dust it. And I feel like this has been on for, my makeup's been on for 4 or 5 hours, and I feel like it looks really good. I'm also in studio light, so I look a little bit more shiny than I would in person. It's done a really good job of mattifying me, but also keeping my skin looking really alive and fresh. I've been loving this, and this Translucent is gorgeous. Obsessed. Okay, next, let's move on to some bronzers. So I've been grabbing 2 specific bronzers a ton this month, and I've talked about them before. So this is the Persona Cosmetics bronzer stick, and this is in the shade Sahara, and I've just been loving this. It's gorgeous, it's creamy, it's blendable, it wears really easy. I mean, I've talked about this in a ton of videos, and I did a whole Persona Cosmetics like full review, and I talked about this there. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's really, really good. It's really blendable and creamy and just melts into the skin, and I love that about this product, especially for summertime. It's just so good. I've been loving using more of cream bronzers. I've also been grabbing the Say Beauty bronzer a lot. Love that. Huge fan of this. Next, so for powder bronzer, I'm shockingly not grabbing my Ilia one as much. I'm still grabbing it, still obsessed with it. It's so good, but I've been grabbing this one a ton, the Kosas bronzer, and this is in the shade, what is this? Medium golden bronze, and I've been loving this. This just melts into the skin. It gives me a little bit, it has a little bit of shimmer to it, which why I like it for warmer months, because it just gives a little bit of like something. It makes me look really youthful, really like glowy, and it just adds a little element of something without being too mattifying. If you're wearing like mattifying powder or powder blush, like this is nice to kind of wear, and I have been liking layering these. I've also been liking wearing these separate. Really good. Okay, next let's move on to brows. So no one's gonna be shocked by this because I've talked about this a ton. The Rose Ink brow gel, the clear brow gel. I mean, I've talked about this a ton, so I'm not going to talk about it more, but this is so good. I love it. Brows in place, looking really good. And then brow pencil, I've been using the Westman Atelier, which I did a full review on, so I have a video on this, but I've been using this a ton, and I actually didn't use it today. I'm testing out a different brow pencil, but I have been loving this. It's so good. It has so much product in it. It's very expensive, but it has so much product in it that it actually will last me longer than a lot of my other brow pencils, and it's really nice. It has a little spoolie on the end, so it has a spoolie, very luxurious looking. I'm always surprised when I love Westman Atelier products, or I find them worth the money is really what I should say. Not surprised I like them, but find them worth the money, and this is one I find worth the money, and I'm definitely repurchasing this. Huge fan. Okay, next, eyeliner. So in general, I feel like I have been using eyeliner a lot more in a lot of different ways. Like I've been winging it out more, not today, but in general, I've been giving myself a little bit of a flick, and I've been using not like liquid eyeliner, I've been using pencil eyeliner a lot for that. So I've been using these 3 specifically a ton for winging out my eyeliner. So the Victoria Beckham eyeliners in the shade Black and Brown, huge fan of these. They're so good. They're a little bit more of a satin finish, but they're gorgeous. And I tend to, if I'm going to wing out my eyeliner, I always set it with powder, and it can just be a translucent powder, or it can be an eyeshadow or something, but it is always important to set it, especially when it's like sweaty out. but also it's allergy season and we're all choking on pollen. So like eyes running, all that. So it's nice to be able to set everything up. And then I've also been using the Calorie Beauty eyeliner a lot. And specifically, I've been grabbing the black a lot, but not as much as the brown. I've been loving the brown. It's so good. And then for super, super, I need this to literally never budge days. Okay, I want to go to bed and my eyeliner still be on kind of vibe. I go for the Persona Cosmetics eyeliner because it's the most long-lasting eyeliner in the world. You need to try it out. She's so cute. She's so good. Okay, next, let's move on to my favorite blush. So I've been using a ton of different blushes actually, but I kind of feel like I've been grabbing them for different reasons. So we're going to go through all of them. When I'm wearing like no makeup days, like I want it super, super lightweight. I'm literally not wearing anything, like no base at all, just like some type of sunscreen or something like that. I've been grabbing the Merit Beauty blush a lot in the shade Beverly Hills and just giving myself a very light flush. This is a very definitely not a super, super pigmented blush, but I can build it up to be pigmented. But on days like that where I want it to just be a light flush, I want it to be like literally just ran out the door, I just was running here kind of look, like very simple, very, very dewy, pretty skin. I've been grabbing this a ton and I really, really enjoy it. So the next for my everyday kind of creams, right? Like my true creams. I have been grabbing the Tower 28 blush, specifically in the shade Magic Hour, but I also have Power Hour or whatever the orange one is. And I've been enjoying that too, but these are super nice. They're super long wearing. I am obsessed with these. They're just so, so nice. And the bang for your buck on these, like you definitely get it. And I like to take a little bit, put it on the back of my hand, take a brush and apply it like that, but you can also do it with your fingers. My preference always with blush, no matter what it is always to use it with a brush. I don't know what it is, but like blush, like with my fingers, I just feel like doesn't look as good and it kind of picks up a lot of product underneath, which isn't my favorite. Okay, next, this one I've been grabbing a ton. I'm actually wearing it today. This is the Victoria Beckham Beauty cheek blush, the stick blush in the shade Playground. And this is just so gorgeous. Let me just show you. It's just like the most pretty, like more terracotta-y tone, but I feel like it's almost like pink. I don't know, on me it comes off, I feel like it's neutral, but it's pink, but it's not orange. I don't know, it's like the perfect combo for me. And this is gorgeous. I love this. This is super, like it lasts long, not as long as the Tower 28. I would say this isn't the most long lasting, but it's beautiful. And if you set it with powder though, you're in a different space. So that is key. If you want super long lasting blush and you're like, oh, I don't have any, I have a super long lasting blush video. So if you want to check that out, you can. But if you want to make your blush last super, super long, I find powdering on top to be super important. Sometimes even powdering underneath. So putting powder down, then putting cream on top. But really sealing it in and just that'll make it just last so much longer, especially if you are wearing a mask. And all that jazz. Really, really good. I enjoy these a lot. And I definitely want to pick up more shades. I think I want to pick up the more pinky tones because I'm vibing. And the shades that they have, I find to be very unique, comparably to other brands. Like I feel like they're very luxurious looking, very rich looking, expensive looking, and they aren't super, super pink heavy. So I feel like they're unique in that way. I've found them to be a unique shade range, I feel like. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but let me know if you agree. And then lastly, in terms of like liquids and stuff, I've been grabbing the Say Beauty liquid blushes a lot, but I've been grabbing these two shades specifically, the shade Chili, which is like a more cool tone pink, gorgeous. And I swatch, so all of these blushes, or most of these blushes that I'm mentioning, I mentioned in the long lasting blush video. So definitely go check that out if you want to see like full swatches, but these are great. The shade Chili and the shade Rosy, and Chili is one of their newer shades, and Rosy's one of their original shades. So good, so gorgeous. I've mentioned that I've been setting my blush with powder, and I've been setting it with specific powders, like blush powders, but also I've been setting it with the Ami Collet or the Kosas powder if I want something that isn't a blush. But I've been grabbing this a ton. This is the Persona Cosmetics blush in Bubble. I believe it's coming back, if I am correct. So if you missed out on it the first time, because I know this was limited edition for a little bit, I think it's coming back, so you can grab it then. But this is so, so good, and it is just like the most gorgeous, like finely, I don't know, it's really finely milled, and it's just perfect. It's so, so good, and it looks beautiful on so many complexions. Like I know it's a scary color, but you use the right brush, I think with blush, a lot of the time, the brush you use can make a difference. Use the right brush with this and you're golden. Golden ticket. It's good. All right, next we're talking about these blushes here. So these are the Bare Minerals Bronzer Blush Duos, and I have two shades. The shade Kiss of Pink, which this one is the one I grabbed the most right now because I'm really into a pink cheek, and the shade Kiss of Copper, which is going to be High Summer Honey. I'm going to be showing up, looking real cute. These are amazing. They have a little bit of shimmer to them. If you're really into that Charlotte Tilbury kind of more dewy cheek look, but you wanted to have a little bit of something extra, these are great. These are really, really nice. They give a gorgeous finish to the skin. I'm just obsessed with these. Next, we're moving on to skincare and hair, and then we're wrapping it up, you guys. First things first, sunscreen. So I've been using this a ton, the Unseen Screen. I'm testing a couple other sunscreens. In general, sunscreens take me a while to test. I don't like wear it one day and I'm like, yeah, this is good, because I don't burn super, super easily, but I do tan easily, and I can feel when my skin is like going to be more on the not damaged side, but like more like dehydrated, more like on the precipice, okay, let's say, of burnt. So it takes me a little bit of time to test stuff, but I've been loving this. I loved this last year. This is really good. I wear this under everything. This is great. I'm mentioning this one too because it's a great primer underneath makeup, and I don't think all sunscreens are great for that, but this one's good. It's really, really nice, and it is gorgeous. I mean, I've also used their mineral ones. I've used most of their sunscreens, and I really, really enjoy them. So if you're looking for a brand that has good mineral sunscreens, you're looking for a good brand that has whatever other type of sunscreen you're looking for, I would definitely check out Supergoop. I have been enjoying them a lot. Next, lips, dry lips. So I have been using this a ton. So this is the Sugar Advanced Smoothing Lip Primer. It used to be Lip Wonder Drops or something like that, if I remember correctly. This is they renamed it, but this is super, super good. I use this a ton. I pick at my lips a lot, and my lips aren't the smallest, so it's like really noticeable when I'm like my lips are dry or I've been picking at them, because you know they're right there, you can see them. So this is good. I apply this morning and night, and I've just been in a way better spot with my lips. And when I didn't have this for a while, let me tell you, it was all types of crusty mess, and I was looking crazy, and this saves my life. You need to try it if you struggle with dry lips. Like, definitely check this out. Okay, next, under eyes. So I've been loving this under eye cream. So this is from First Aid Beauty, and this is their hydrating eye cream with hyaluronic acid. This is so, so good. It's super hydrating. It has a light cucumber smell, which is a little bit, not weird, but like I was surprised that I had a cucumber smell. It's really nice. And I think if you struggle with finding the right under eye cream, because it's either too creamy or too thick, or too lightweight and it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, because sometimes people really enjoy the feeling of cream. This is definitely worth checking out. I really, really enjoy it, and it plays well with all my under eye concealers. Next. Okay, this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Hyaluronic Clay Pore Tightening Mask or Facial, and I've been loving this. So this is like a 5-minute mask. You put it on and you kind of let it sit, and then you remove it, and it just gives you the most beautiful complexion. It helps with dark marks. It helps with acne. It helps with clogged pores. It helps just give you a really beautiful complexion, and it's more of an AHA. I really, really enjoy this. Okay, next, let's move on to here. The Elaluz Beauty Oil. So I have been loving this. This isn't my first bottle of this. I love this. I love this for under the eyes. When I'm wearing a specific, actually, no, not specific. When I wear a concealer, patting this under the eyes just gives me the most beautiful base for like concealer and stuff like that, but it's also a really nice all over the face product. I really enjoy this. If I wear it all over the face, I generally wear it at night, but during the day, if I want something for under the eyes, I take a little bit on my finger and just pat it in until it has a little bit of tack, and then I can go on with the rest of my makeup. I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. Highly recommend checking that out. No one's shocked by this. I'm already almost done with my next bottle, you guys. The Milk. So this is the Edam Milk Marble Dark Spot Serum, and this is life-changing if you suffer from really, really dark hyperpigmentation, which I do, and it lasts really long. Like, I'm talking way longer than 6 months. I'm talking like if you have stuff that lasts for like 2 years, you don't know what to do with it, check this out. Even if you don't have that and it's just like a couple months, check this out because it helps it fade a lot quicker. Now that we're in summer, hyperpigmentation might last a little bit longer because it will kind of tan up if you're not wearing a lot of sunscreen, but even just in general, sun, right? Like, it's going to darken the marks because you're in the sun and pigmentation and all that. But this is really, really good because it helps so much. And if you have any lingering stuff, which right now my lingering stuff, I went out in the sun and so they got a little bit darker, but like the lingering stuff goes away really quickly with this. It's really nice. Okay, next let's move on to hair. Oh my gosh, let's talk about this. So I have a couple Olaplex products. No one's shocked by this. I have hair all over this. Olaplex 3. This is the big one. I love this stuff. This is so, so good. I get a lot of questions about my hair, how I get it to like lay flat, how, you know, I kind of get my hair to just look a certain way. Right now I'm in a phase where it's so hot and I'm kind of trying to no heat it. So I do like heat once a week and then I leave my hair. So I'm kind of been pulling it back a lot because like, honey, we're not looking cute. But this is really, really good because it just smooths my hair out. And if I'm having a really bad hair day or I'm really struggling, my hair's like in a bad spot, I definitely grab this, but I like to grab this once a week. Roughly, if I can, sometimes I forget, at least a couple times a month, I like to give myself this treatment. It's great. Next. So I've been using this a ton, the Olaplex number 9 Bond Protector. Obsessed with this stuff. This is really, really nice. I like to put it in my hair when I'm letting it air dry. I also like to put it in my hair when I'm blow drying my hair. And it just makes my hair look super shiny, feel super luxe. And even if I'm not blow drying it or anything like that, my hair just feels good and looks really good when it air dries. Not today, girl. Not today. But like in general, it looks really good. I'm obsessed with this. Really, really nice. I actually started using this stuff because my hairdresser recommended it and he was like, okay, sweetie, you need this. And I was like, no problem putting it in my cart. Because anything he recommends, I'm going to be like, yeah, I need it. You're right. You are right. You know what I need. So I got this and I've really been enjoying it. I highly recommend checking it out if you want something that's a good heat protectant, but you also want something that gives you really beautiful shiny hair that also has like styling memory. I noticed my curls last longer if I curl my hair or my, like whatever it is, this is great. And lastly, we have this. So this is the JVN Complete Shine Drops. I'm obsessed with this. It smells, first of all, life-changing. It's so good. Oh my God, so good. It smells so good. It gives my hair like the most beautiful shine. It works beautifully in dry hair. It works beautifully in wet hair. It's more of a dry oil, so it doesn't give me like an oily thing. It's just the best. I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. I've talked about it before. Highly recommend. And yeah, that is it for my May Clean Beauty favorites. I would love to know, what have you been loving this month? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.